I just watched the All-Star tribute to James Burrows. Now, I just recently found out that James Burrows directed some of the greatest shows that I've seen growing up. Here's what I mean by that. I've had the honor and privilege to have a childhood where my family watched television throughout the whole week. And I remember watching Friends growing up. I've I've even remember one time trying to ask a girl out in elementary school by doing, how you doing? I, I love Friends. I did. I really love Friends. And I remember the final episode of Friends like it was yesterday. And I remember how it ended fairly well. It ended with the picture frame where the eye hole is, where in apartment or townhouses you look through the eye hole to see who's at your apartment door or house door. That's how the show ended, by zooming in on that frame. I remember like it was yesterday. I had the privilege of watching Friends with my family. And growing up, I used to catch every now and then a rerun of Taxi. And I remember at a young age, I was introduced to the Mary Tyler Moore Show, which James Burrows directed a lot of the episodes of the Mary Tyler Moore Show. So I did have the privilege of growing up and watching the shows that he directed. And in fact, these shows still remain some of my favorites. And I've also had the privilege as well to watch a lot of Norman Lear shows as well on TV growing up. All in the Family. Maude, once in a while, was on TV Land. Once in a while, like, anyone who loved the show Maude and watched it in the 70s was lucky if they caught it on TV Land. They didn't play it that much, but every now and then they played it. But from All in the Family to Archie Bunker's Place, which I didn't like that much compared to All in the Family, but the point is, though, I've seen some of these great shows. And what I know, because from someone my age who's been watching TV and movies his whole life so far, these shows can never be recreated. These shows can never be matched. These shows can never be remade with a different cast. And to prove my point, if you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory, well, congratulations, because guess who's the director of that show? The one and only James Burrows. He's the director of the show. He directs every single episode. And the casting is perfect, the scripts are perfect, the comedy's perfect, the timing's perfect, is because it's people like Norman Lear and James Burrows, which are great comedic directors. Can they personally write funny material? No, not exactly. And he admitted in his speech to everyone who helped him make the show successful, he says, it's not because of me, it's because everyone sitting in front of me. And he's right. Because all these people that were on his comedy shows wanted to pursue the genre of comedy. They could kind of get a feel of what's funny or not. But James Burrows, working with all these great comedians years later with directing Two and a Half Men, not only The Big Bang Theory, but Two and a Half Men, he could kind of get the same feel like a comedic actor with working all these great comedians. So just remember, when you see a television show that's not only funny but memorable, and not a lot of them are on television anymore, but if you see an older show, just remember that it's not just the cast, it's the director. It's the makeup artist. It's the writers that go into the show. That's what makes television special. That's what makes film special. It's that it you literally become a whole cast and crew family. You have your family, your private family, and then you have your second family, which is the people you work with on a day-to-day basis. And I can understand why people who go in the acting business or the directing business or any business like that are happy with their work because they have fun with it. Every day they have fun with it. So, yeah. See you guys.